Namaskar. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.
I'm very, very happy to be once again with you among my colleagues. Now, is there any time in the history of humankind when there was no chaos represented by Shiva Tandava? Shiva was doing Tandava, that is chaos. So, world has always been in a flux, never static, sometimes deadly, sometimes not so deadly, but deadly or death is an opportunity for a punarjanma, for a resurgence of life and ideas and society at a higher level. Just imagine in the 15th century, 1/3 of Europe population was wiped out. What was that? Black Death, plague. 1/3 of Europe was wiped out. Has Europe, was it finished? No. We had a world war for 5 years, 1914 to 19. Millions of people died. But within 20 years, there was another world war, 1939 to 1945, when millions died. And after that one, was there peace anywhere? No. You take Vietnam War, for how long did it last? For about 25 years. And 7 to 8 years, the American soldiers set their foot on the land. Previously, they were only bombing from the air. 55,000 American soldiers died. 55,000 American soldiers died. And 1.1 million Vietnamese died. 1.1 million Vietnamese died. And how did the war end? The US declared that we have won and then went away. They declared that we have won and went away because the resistance within the country was so very, very high. In the campuses and in the streets, people demonstrated, we don't want any more war. Now, in the First World War, 22 million people died. In the First World War, 22 million people died. And in the Second World War, yes, 60 to 80 million people died. 60 to 80 million people died. But did the world regress or progress? Any guess? There is progress only. So, in fact, is it not our Indian philosophy that death is the beginning of a new life, a higher civilization, etc.? That's what Shivatandava is saying. So now also, you take this war, because the area where this war is being fought is the energy source, huge source of energy for the world. And it is for this oil and earlier gas that the world is fighting. Of course, in between the Islam, it is not a spiritual movement, it is a death-courting and the death-dealing ideology. In fact, all the three Abrahamic ideologies, the Jewish, the Christian, the Marxist, and the Islamic, all these four, Marxist is also a Jewish ideology, Karl Marx. So, all these things have been leading the world to war after war after war. It's only in China and in India, we have not been the cause of war. We may be dragged into war, but not the cause of war. And war means, you take Mahabharata, war was fought with how many Akshaunis? 18. 18 Akshaunis. 11 on one side, 7 on another side. Did it herald peace forever? No, never. And how much is a Akshauni? 218,700 warriors constitute one Akshauni. It consists of 4 divisions: the chariots, elephants, and foot soldiers and horses. How many foot soldiers are there? 109,000, say 110,000 foot soldiers in one Akshauni, 65,610 horses, 21,900 chariots, 21,970 elephants like tanks. 18 times this one. That's what they perish. Did it bring peace? Only a temporary truce. So war and peace alternate. And there are wars always in some part of the world or not. Therefore, we have to take this as a normal. There is nothing new in this one. You take even in the Middle East or West Asia, which is the source of much of the world's energy, Iran and Iraq fought for how many years? 8 years. 1980 to 88. And how did it end? They could not come to a conclusion. It is somebody who has United Nations and they have truce. And in this war, see, the Iranians are 90 million and the Iraqis are only 48 million. But they fought. The 48 million fellows fought against the 90. And when the adults are getting depleted, the teenagers were brought into the war. And they are exhausted. Now, what is Trump saying? What did he say last? There is nothing there to fight. It's all finished. That means it is a prelude to go away. Just as in Vietnam, we have won and then they went away. It did not conclude. They got exhausted and they went away. Similarly, here also, now Trump is leading to the conclusion that we have won and we will go away. There is nothing to smash in Iran now. That's an excuse. So, wars and plague and such diseases have been common occurrences. Therefore, there is nothing new world order. It is my first submission. The old order changeth, yielding place to new, lest one good custom should corrupt the entire world. Lord Tennyson's poem it is. మహాభారతంలో ఎన్ని అద్భుతాలు పద్యాలు ఉన్నాయో అదేవిధంగా ది ఓల్డ్ ఆర్డర్ changeth, yielding place to new, lest one good custom should corrupt the entire world. Once there was Pax Britannica. Great Britain was able to impose peace all over the world. But today is there one power which can impose? Take the simple thing, the Gaza war. When did it start? In October 1923. How many years now? Now, you take the Ukrainian and Russian war, which is also entered in the third, fourth year. Is end in sight? No. So therefore, chaos, if not chaos, disorder and local wars are normal. Now, how will they affect India? Yesterday or day before yesterday, Nirmala Sitharaman said, I have provided 1 lakh crores of rupees for coping up with the new situation that is arising. She said that I took 1 barrel of oil will be at $62 when I make the budget. Now it has cost 100. It used to be $3 in 1973 when the second Israel-Arab war started. It was $3 a barrel, and after that it became how many times? $18, and now it is crossing $100. So is this peace or was there any peace? But just imagine, First World War ended after 4 years of slaughter, 5 years of slaughter in 1919. Within 20 years, a much more deadlier war started, the Second World War. And after that one, there are several wars going on simultaneously in the world. So we should take it as normal. So first thing I wanted to say is, there is no war. No world order is a wonder. It is normal. So order changes. And therefore everyone has to use his genius. Every nation has to use his genius to cope up with that one. It is with that Nirmala ji has said that I have now provided 100, that is 1 lakh crores to meet with the new situation. What is the new situation? Today gas is not there, that's what we are saying. Whereas the government says there is enough gas, we have got enough for lasting for days. There should not be any commotion about this one. So friends, let us see what views we can express regarding the theme that we have said. How can Bharat's economy navigate? We are already the fourth largest economy in the world. We are going to become the third largest economy within another 4 or 5 years or so. That is after US, China and ours, with great gap between any two of these. Now Chinese economy is $18 trillion. Ours is 4, 5, about 4 and above 5 or so. And the American one, 71. So there is such great disparity. Unless there is disparity, there will be no motion. Unless there is disparity, there will be no motion at all. That is a fundamental law in physics. What is force? That everything continues in a state of rest or of continuous motion unless interfered with an external source, which we call it force. So that force to come from within is very difficult. It will be coming from an outside source to become a wave. So let us, friends, with these few words, and see our Mahabharata war, 18 Akshaunis. And how many people remained? Not even 18 people remained on the both sides. The Upa-Pandavas are all killed. Only the Pandavas remained. And the Rashtra and Gandhari only remained on that side, and here Kunti, Draupadi, etc. How few people remained. But has India come to an end? No. She has not come to an end. It will go on. So let us see what our friends have got to say. Uncertainty. Uncertainty is the force that will bring change. If there is a certainty, there will be no change at all. So whether it will be for good or bad, now some people will say it is for good, and some people will say it is worse. But I think we have to be the world will always be better than what it was. Stop this one. It's always good to end with a healthy future. Pessimism. Thank you.
ఈ వీడియో మీకు నచ్చినట్టయితే లైక్ చేయండి, 10 మందికి షేర్ చేయండి. అలాగే కామెంట్ల రూపంలో మీ అభిప్రాయాలను మాతో పంచుకోండి. నేషనలిస్ట్ హబ్ గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ ఛానల్స్ ను సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకుని తెలుగునాట జాతీయవాద జర్నలిజాన్ని ప్రోత్సహించండి. ఈ వీడియో కింద ఉన్న బెల్ ఐకాన్ పై క్లిక్ చేయడం మర్చిపోవద్దు.